I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come.
Good afternoon, Eileen. How are you?
I'm doing good, Siobhán. How are you?
I am fabulous. I'm just checking in with you today, Eileen, first and foremost to say super congratulations on your great win last night in the area final of the International Speech Contest. I am so delighted for you, and I hope you're celebrating your achievement today.
I'm thrilled, Siobhán. I'm really, really delighted because, you know, I suppose you always go into this nearly downplaying yourself. Well, look, I've got this far, I'm okay. But it's a conversation we had recently, Siobhán, where it's about, you know, looking ahead and seeing where you want to be, like, you know. And I did really change that over the last week. You know, I was saying, no, I really, you know, initially I was saying it was great, I won the club contest. Then I said, no, I really want to win this. I really want to, you know. And it's nearly in a way been ashamed of saying that, because it's as if you think you're putting yourself up there as, I'm great, I could win. Do you know?
But you know what? You know that expression, you have to see it to be it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we have to do. I don't think you ever enter a competition, or I certainly wouldn't advise somebody to enter any competition that they don't first and foremost want to win. Because if you enter with a defeatist attitude and think, well, it doesn't really matter. Well, if it doesn't really matter,
why are you doing it?
Yeah, I think you have to be clear about what you're getting out of it. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to win them all.
Yeah.
But you learn along the way, don't you? Whether you win or lose.
Yeah. And do you know what's just behind me, Siobhán, as I'm talking to you? And it's one of my fellow Toastmasters sent me this poem. I just can't remember his name now. But it's Invictus, the poem by William Ernest Henley. And I have it up here on the wall behind me. And, you know, the last part of it, it matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
I love that. I love that.
It just really resonated with me when I saw it. Like, I just thought, oh.
Yeah absolutely. When you said Invictus, I'm obviously thinking of the wrong thing, but immediately what came to my mind there, do you know that expression, if not me, then who? If not now, then when?
Yeah.
I was something connected to that anyway, but I think, look, it is so important, isn't it, to stop and celebrate and acknowledge your success.
Yeah, and it's to let in, like last night, Siobhán, the messages I got from people, honestly, it totally blew me away. And I suppose the difference is normally it's in the real world, we're in a room with people, whereas this was online. But every one of those people who took the time to send a message was just so touching. Like when I came off afterwards, like I shed a few tears, and it was so in total appreciation for that, like that people, you know, did that. Meant an awful lot to me.
Yeah, and I just think you can't, that support is always fabulous in Toastmasters, but I think you can't underestimate the importance of staying in the moment of celebrating this.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking, I know I've won some contests, I've lost a lot of contests. I think you've had the experience of both yourself.
Yeah.
And I know that feeling the next morning when you wake up after losing a contest and you're doing the postmortem in your head and you feel a bit down. And it's amazing how long we can stay in that feeling. Allow that to be prolonged. So I'm just thinking, is there some way that we can allow ourselves to stay in the other feeling too, so that...
And the word, even as you're describing that comes to me, Siobhán, is the inner critic or the inner saboteur. You know, it's that, as I call it, the yeah but language. It's like, say you said, but Eileen, I really liked how you did that. And I'll say, yeah, but if I had only done this, it would have been different. And like every time we use those words, yeah, but, we are negating what has been just said to us. by somebody else or by ourselves. We're totally negating it. Do you know? And it's trying to, when you see yourself going into that, to pull yourself out. Because like, even when I think of last night, I know I gave the speech of my life, but I also know there were things I could have done better. But I'm trying not to go there now.
No.
You know, I'm really trying not to.
You can do that ahead of the next stage, which you will ace again.
Yeah, and like the thing is, and as we both talked about, Siobhán, the challenge of doing it online, like trying to give that speech of your life into a black screen, and trying to put your all into it. But what really worked for me, and I really have you to thank for this, Siobhán, you suggested to me yesterday when I was having one of my wobbles, and I do have wobbles before speeches. And as I said, with that, I reach out to people who I feel fill me. And you certainly filled me yesterday. But it was to think of somebody, and I'm not going to mention who it is, that you could deliver the speech for. And I literally delivered it for a very, very dear friend who was there last night. And I felt that every word I was saying into that screen was for her.
Yeah.
And that's what drove me and what kept me going doing that speech.
Yeah. And you know, you could feel the authenticity and the energy and the sincerity in your speech last night, because I was there listening to it. It was very, very powerful. And it is such a challenge, a huge challenge, to connect with people through a screen. It really is. In the speech contest context, it's a huge challenge. Eileen, I was so surprised to hear this was your first time when you were doing it for the club. It was your first time to deliver a speech for a speech contest online. I forgot that you weren't you didn't take part
last year because of my degree. I didn't get involved in any of it, you know.
And so
like, you should see my room. Like, lucky I have a spare room. And you should see it. There's a bed pushed up against the wall. Behind the bed, there's a big cardboard thing with a camera stuck onto it. Behind it, with big black duct tape, is a light. On the floor, there's a marking here and a marking here, so that if I tip off them, I know I've gone out of the view of the screen. It's unbelievable what you have to set up. Like, it's, you know, it's unreal.
Yeah. I'd say this would ring true for a lot of people working from home who make it look so lovely and so easy on screen, but nobody knows what's going on behind.
Nobody knows what's going on, right?
So Eileen, when is the next stage?
The next stage, and I think because we also need to mention that you too have won the area, and congratulations.
Thank
Siobhán.
you very much. Yeah.
Not all about me, it's you too. And like, for you, it was a decision you made at very short notice, because you had said initially you weren't going to enter, isn't that right?
That's right, yeah, that's right. But the opportunity came up then with a new online club that I had joined, and this is where COVID, I suppose, has been given
opened so many doors.
Opened so many doors and huge opportunities. Like, our online club is Toastmasters for Golf, and our membership is members from across the world, literally, from many different countries. And just to be able to, it's such a privilege to be able to kind of connect with people and hear what people in different countries, from different professions, different expertise, are talking about. It's amazing. Sure. It's a huge opportunity. So anyway, that's who I'm kind of representing in the upcoming division. And it's just interesting to be in a new division, because anytime I took part in the contest before, it was always with my initial club at Sloan Club. And so it was that area and that division. And I think the district is still, the district still is the same. So Eileen, we might end up going head to head yet.
Now, what do we need to do about that now, Siobhán? Don't we need to visualize that?
We'll visualize it, and then we can make one of these videos and have both of us in a boxing ring, maybe. And
I've got the upper hand, Siobhán. I have the upper hand.
I tell you, not even that cast is holding you back.
No.
So
not at all.
Listen, will we sign off there so that you can go off and celebrate?
And you too.
Yeah.
Not just about me. And what I want to say, and for anybody who's listening, is to try and enjoy the moments. Try to, even if they're the little moments, because something I often tend to do, and I did NLP training, so something I try to do is metaphorically in my mind to visualize putting that lovely feeling I had last night in a box or in a bottle and putting it in my pocket. And if I'm having a day, which we all do, the crap day when you're struggling, to just put your hand in the pocket and just feel it. There's nothing there, but you're feeling it.
Yeah.
It's bottling it up and cherishing it.
And I think over the last while, most people probably have had a lot more of those negative, difficult days. So there's a real need to take out those good moments and to play them out again and again and again for ourselves to give us.
And Siobhán, I do think we need to finish with my little secret, but we only say a little bit about my little secret, what I do before I speak.
Oh, I'd love to share the video.
Oh no. Well, for any of you who are interested, I play Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell and I bop around the room to that, get my energy up so that when I go to speak, I'm full of energy. So that's my little secret, but you won't get to see it, but I'm only telling you.
And the amazing thing about that is that energy, I can say for sure, connects across the airwaves and across the screen.
Yeah.
So,
but Tony Robbins, I said that to you, Siobhán, that's what Tony Robbins does. He's a famous international speaker, and wherever he goes, he brings a little trampoline and he jumps up and down on his trampoline for a half an hour before he comes out to speak. And like, he's on fire when he comes out.
Yeah, and people pick up on that because it's there in your voice, it's there in your whole presence, in your body language, everything. And in case anybody is interested, I do have a copy of the video of that.
Which you will never see.
Maybe when you get to the world stage, I'll blackmail you, Eileen. No. So Eileen, listen, it is a special moment. We will both go and celebrate and acknowledge our achievements, and that's our message for everybody else as well, to enjoy
I'll see you in the district, Siobhán, okay?
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Yeah, Eileen, thank you.
Bye-bye.
And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apology.